Friends, welcome back to art class. Today we are going to be making a dinosaur. As you get to know me, you'll find out that dinosaurs and monsters are some of my favorite things to draw. And since you guys are reading Dinosaurs Before Dark, I thought it would be fun if we made our own. So for this project, you can grab any sheet of paper. I'm using a green sheet of construction paper, a pencil, a marker, maybe some scissors. Let's go. All right, art friends. Here's my paper. I've got my marker. You should be working with a pencil because it's much easier to fix your mistakes. This is going to be an I do, you do video, or a follow along video, which means I'm going to make a mark and then you're going to make the mark. So I'm going to try and pause in between. But if I'm moving too fast for you, press the pause button or press space on your keyboard. That will pause the video. And when you're ready, unpause me and follow along. So the first thing we're going to do is to make a dot right about in the middle of my paper. And what I want to do is turn that into a straight line. This is going to be part of the mouth for my dinosaur. This straight line almost touches the edge of my paper. And then I'm going to make it into almost a semicircle. So I'm drawing that rainbow back. Okay, got a little space here. Then I'm going to do the letter M, like a lowercase m, right here. From that dot, I'm going to draw a diagonal line and loop it back. This is going to be the open mouth of my dinosaur, so go ahead and put some teeth. It's like the letter V. A whole bunch of letter V's, and at the bottom it's like the letter A. I'm going to do 2 dots inside the top here for my dinosaur's nostrils. And the last thing I'm going to do is close off the curve between the eyes and the bottom jaw with another curve. There are lots of curves in this dinosaur. And I know that yours might not look exactly like mine. That's okay. I've been doing this a very long time. Inside of these bumps, I'm going to make circles or semicircles. And then I'm going to put the pupils. The pupils are the black part of your eye. For the body, I'm going to draw a teardrop shape. So come down with 2 straight lines and connect it with a bowl. And it's kind of like a teardrop. My dinosaur is going to have a little arm inside of its body and a little arm outside of its body. I'm going to draw these like stone-like shapes. So a curve with a straight line at the bottom. Put a little curve in there for the toes. And the last thing I need to do is draw a tail. So it's like a letter U coming out and a letter U coming back in. I should give my dinosaur some spikes. These are just little rainbows that go down the tail and the back of my head of my dinosaur. This looks pretty good to me. If there are any other details that you want to add, go for it. If you want to give your dinosaur a couple more spikes on the nose, a few more teeth, a tongue, that's cool. You can do whatever you'd like from here. What I'm going to do is color in my dinosaur and then cut it out. Now, I don't know how well it shows up, but this is on a green paper. It just doesn't show on the screen very well. So I'm going to get some crayons. I'm going to color the spikes. I'm going to use a white crayon on the eyes and the teeth, and then I'm going to cut it out. This might be your first time cutting. So when I get to the cutting stage, I'm just going to move back to a regular speed video, and I'll go over using the scissors really quick. Okay, so I've colored my dinosaur. It still might be a little hard to see with the camera and the lighting. But the next step is to do some cutting. So with your scissors, you're going to want to put your thumb in the little hole and 2 or 3 fingers in the big hole. Now, my hand is a little bit bigger than yours, so 3 is hard, but I'm going to put 2. I want to always keep my thumb toward the sky, and I'm going to be holding the paper with my helper hand, and that's going to kind of guide the paper around. So instead of turning this hand like crazy to get some of these angles, I'm going to turn the paper, and pretty much my scissor hand isn't going to move. So I'm just going to find a spot to cut in here. And my helper hand is pulling back and guiding the paper around. My scissor hand isn't really doing very much turning. Some of these cuts might be hard for you to get. You can always come back and touch it up. And when I'm done cutting this, I'm going to show you a really cool trick for cutting difficult spaces like the inside of your dinosaur's mouth. For the rest of this video, I'm going to speed up right until I get to that dinosaur's mouth. Okay, so I'm at the mouth. Now I could turn in here and get crazy with the angle of my scissors, but that's going to be hard. So what I'm going to do is cut all my scrap paper off, and then I'm going to cut a straight line from the tips of all my teeth back. I'm not cutting off my teeth, I'm just chunking out sections of the paper that I want to go away. Now, cutting out these teeth is much easier. I can get my hand and my scissors in here, no problem. I'm going to fast forward through the rest of this, and you'll see my dinosaur when it's done. And there you have it, my finished dinosaur. This would look really cool if you tape it to your binder, like where you're keeping all your work, or maybe hang it up on the fridge or in your bedroom. I like cutting out some of the projects that we do, but not all of them. But this was great practice for your scissors, and I hope you guys had fun doing it. I'll see you next time.